Oh my gosh, you ready?
Yep.
It's been so long.
I know. It's been a mom.
It's been literally a month almost since we recorded an episode.
Yeah, we went on some vacay.
We did vacation and it was perfect.
It was so great. Oh, I don't know if it was perfect. There was definitely some downs as well as lots of ups.
Very true. Well, this is Melissa.
And this is Kat.
Guys, on our trip, the most wonderful thing in the entire world happened. One of our favorite podcasts But Outside, they did a show in Boston the night that we drove into Connecticut to stay with our friend Brandy, who does not listen to this podcast because we cuss too much. No, I'm kidding.
Probably.
Yeah, she listened to the first episode and she's like, I'm never listening to this again.
She listens to Bill Nye's podcast and that's it, she said.
Yeah.
Which is fair.
We're not her favorite Disney podcast. It's fine.
It's fine.
So the night that we drove into Connecticut from Virginia, so it was a pretty far drive, like an 8-hour drive. They did a show in Boston that night and we thought about going and then we were like, no, because we would have driven all day. We don't want to drive like 2 more hours to Boston or whatever. I don't know the distance, okay? So the next day we went to Salem though, the night after Podcast But Outside show in Boston. And Kat and I were on our tour.
That we paid for.
That we were almost running late for because Kat had to pee and we could not find any bathrooms in Salem. Also, Salem is not that great. I'm so sorry, Salem. Probably one of my least favorite cities I've ever been to.
When I went 2 years ago, it was not like that at all. I think it was just because last year nothing happened for Halloween, so it was just extra busy.
No, I don't even think it was the busy part. It was just like weird. There was just like a bunch of high-end restaurants. It wasn't what I expected. I thought it was going to be like cute and witchy with like cute tiny houses, and it was like a mall. It was stupid. Baby, we have malls in Florida.
True. Very true.
I don't know. I didn't care for it. So we're on our tour. While we're talking about this tour, there was a lady in our group, just to give you the dynamic of how
oh my God, I
shitty
forgot about
this tour was that we paid for. Our group was huge and it was really busy. So people like couldn't stay with our tour guide because they're stupid. I mean, Kat and I were doing just fine.
Yeah.
But this lady had a shirt on. It said #1 cunt. And her shoes also said #1 cunt.
And you know what?
And she was. She was a #1 cunt.
She absolutely was. She was so fucking rude the entire time. She would interrupt our tour guide and she'd be like, I can't hear you. I can't keep up with you. This is the stupidest thing ever. And then while we were waiting for the tour guide to start, she kept shouting. I don't even remember our tour guide's name. Kept shouting at the tour guide, come on, Linda, let's go. Linda, come on, Linda. Linda, let's go. Linda, we're ready.
She was not even Southern, but I appreciate your fake accent.
She was just the worst. She was so rude for no
really
reason.
Was the #1 cunt.
She was.
She truly should wear that shirt as a badge of honor and her shoes. That's
I think she was. Cunt. She was warning all of us.
She was honestly the most disgusting human being I've ever seen. So anyway, we're on our tour and I don't know what struck me to do this, but I fully turned my entire body around.
Yeah.
And there I see Cole Hirsch and Andrew Michon setting up for Podcast But Outside and intern Cam. And I just grabbed Kat's arm and I said, Podcast But Outside.
Nothing else. No other words. It wasn't a full sentence. She literally just looked at me and said, Podcast But Outside. And when I tell you that I didn't know what she was talking about at first, because they were like fully behind us.
Yeah.
Fully behind us.
Like if I hadn't fully turned around, we would have never seen them.
It was so serendipitous.
So if you guys haven't listened to Podcast But Outside or heard of it, they basically just interview people on the street. It's such a great podcast. I'm going to link I think I'll link the YouTube video in the show notes so you guys can watch it. But yeah, we walked over and I went up to the table and I was like, are you guys packing up? Because I thought they were packing up and they were like, no, we haven't even started yet. And I was like, great. So we waited off to the side and we were the first guests on that episode.
It was surreal.
It was so it was so serendipitous. It was just so ironic. Like their podcast, they are out of California and we live in Florida and we just happened to run into them in Salem, Massachusetts.
Fucking wild. It's so wild. I still can't get over it.
It was literally probably the greatest moment of my life thus far.
And literally the whole rest of the night, we would just be dead silent and we would just look at each other and just go, Podcast But Outside.
It was so crazy. We literally left the tour that we paid for, but also we left #1 cunt in the dust. So it was fine.
It was incredible. And Cole wore Melissa's hat.
Oh my God, I know. I have my dollar and my sticker. They give you $1 and a sticker when you're a guest on their show. So I have mine. I don't even know. I'm probably going to frame it like a total nerd.
Oh, I'm framing mine.
I'm going to get a shadow box.
And
that
I'm going to
thing.
frame our picture with them, a screenshot of the two of us on the episode, and my $1 sticker.
It was so crazy.
It was wild.
So anyways, if you guys need another podcast to listen to besides this one,
They're
Podcast
so
But
funny.
Outside is the best.
They're hilarious.
Yeah, they're so great.
They're good boys.
I can't even believe it happened. It was so crazy.
It was so wild.
But I'll link that. You guys can watch it. I'll link the YouTube video in the show notes. They also have a YouTube, but it's also a podcast. So it was just so insane.
It was so cool.
It was super cool. It was crazy to be on another podcast.
Tragical.
So this time,
We're here to tell you why
cars.
it's tragical. Ka-chow.
Anybody who knows what I do besides this podcast knows that this movie is triggering for me. I'm going to try to get through it. No, I'm just kidding. I love cars.
I actually genuinely love this movie more than I think I do. I don't know. Every time I watch it, it's so good.
Honestly, Mater's level of adorableness is,
He really makes the movie.
he's so freaking cute. I can't stand it.
Well, I have some fun facts.
Go for it.
All right. Okay, first of all, this I found on a TikTok the other day. Did y'all know that Lightning McQueen has a first name? And his first name is frickin' Montgomery?
Montgomery McQueen?
That's his flippin' name.
Really?
Lightning is just his nickname.
Aww.
Montgomery.
I love him more.
Like, what even? Why does he have a first name and it's not Lightning?
I don't know.
I didn't know that, but it's on his Wikipedia.
I love that.
So, fun fact, that's
What's his
name.
horsepower?
I don't know. I didn't look that up, unfortunately. I'm so sorry. I hate that you just asked that. I'm sure I could find it if I really wanted to, but I don't.
Okay, I'm ready for more.
All right. Luigi's license plate reads 445108, which is the latitude and longitude for the main Ferrari factory in Modena, Italy. And he's obsessed with Ferraris, so it's really cute.
Wow, that's so cute.
Isn't that
I love
cute?
that. Detail. Detail, Pixar, detail.
You know they always have like the license plates on cars in Pixar movies always mean something.
Yeah.
So this was also the final Pixar film to be released on VHS and the first to be released on Blu-ray.
2006? Oh my, did I, really?
Yeah, it's 2006.
Oh my God, that was a guess. I
Yeah.
swear I didn't know that. Oh,
This was the first
VHS.
Pixar Blu-ray and last VHS.
Aw,
I didn't even know this came out on VHS.
that's crazy. I'm sure
Imagine
there were like
owning
200 made or something.
Right?
That's crazy.
Isn't that wild? So this is one that Melissa and I talk about all the time, and we love this one. But the Rusty's brothers are played by real-life brothers Tom Magliozzi and Ray Magliozzi. They are the hosts of Car Talk, which is on NPR. It's a Radio Hall of Fame show, and they use the catchphrase, "Don't drive like my brother," to close the show.
No, it's Don't Drive Like My Brother.
Don't drive like my brother.
Oh, I love Click and Clack.
Yeah, our dad always listened to this show, so we grew up listening to it quite often.
So
They're hilarious.
oh my gosh.
They're so
I'm pretty
funny.
sure one of them has passed.
Oh,
I
really?
think so.
Oh, I don't know.
That's why I said RIP when we were watching it.
I wasn't even paying attention.
Tom is the one that passed away. He passed away in 2014.
Oh, dang, that was actually a hot minute ago.
Yeah, he was Clack. Click is still hanging.
At the end of the first race, at the start of the movie, the twins Mia and Tia flash their headlights at McQueen.
Whores.
Yeah.
Oh, no,
Oh,
I'm
no.
kidding. Flash your tits if you want, ladies.
Go for it. This is a sly wink to adult racing fans who know that flashing their headlights is the term for when a female fan lifts their shirts and shows their boobies to the racers, which apparently happens often.
Oh my God.
Do you really think that while they're racing, they're looking up at your titties? I think they're very focused
Are
on
you talking
That's true.
about men?
straight
Kat?
men.
Are-
Yeah.
Do you? Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I think they are.
I rescind my previous statement. I'm sure that's exactly what they're looking at.
No.
Mhm. So Lightning was supposed to be number 57, which is Lasseter's birthday, but they changed it to 95.
Thank God.
I know, which is the year that Toy Story was released. But
Great call.
that was a good choice. However, the car in the final film, who has the number 57, who wins the race in the first teaser trailer for that movie, and vaguely resembles Lightning McQueen. So he was like his original, like what he was supposed to look like.
Oh.
And so they made him like a teaser in the final movie. Now, this is my final one. This one doesn't come from IMDb. This one comes from a TikTok.
Oh, God.
That I watched.
Yes, because this will be
and
accurate.
studied. It is, because I did look all of this up. That's what took me so long to do my fun facts
God.
today. So the TikTok is from a girl. Her TikTok is Dana_does_it. So moral of the story, because this is like a 2-minute long TikTok that I like shortened down.
Okay.
Lightning McQueen is 26 when he enters his first race for the Piston Cup, and they keep talking about how he's a rookie. Well, rookie usually means that they're new to the circuit or new to whatever they're doing. It also usually kind of goes hand in hand with age, which you would think he would be like maybe like 18 if we're thinking in human years. Mater is 49 in 2006 for the first movie, making him roughly 1 year old when the interstate was built in 1957. He says he remembers the interstate being built, and they show him towing when he is less than a year old when they do the flashback before the interstate was built, which means why is Lightning McQueen 29 or 26 when he's a rookie? Doc Hudson was a rookie in his year.
Are you well?
Listen, so Doc Hudson was less than a year old when he won his first Piston Cup, and he crashes when he's like 3 or 4 because he only did his first 3 years of racing, and he won 3 Piston Cups in those years. Mm-hmm. And then he crashes, and then he retires. So why is Lightning McQueen a rookie?
Because it's his first year racing.
But then here's what doesn't make sense. They show Mater as a less than 1 year old as a full grown adult towing, and they show Doc Hudson racing when he's less than a year old for his first race, which means that when they're made, obviously they're just made as the ages that they are, like as cars. But they show a freaking child in the stands at the first race. So where did that baby car come from if they're all born and built as they are?
I think you should seek professional help at this time. And I think Dana should attend with you.
But it doesn't make sense.
It's this fucking movie, babe.
I know, but everything else except for Lightning McQueen makes sense.
I'm a little worried about you. I'm a little worried about you. I know it's been a month since we've recorded, but I'm a little worried about you.
Just doesn't make sense.
Was that your last fun fact?
Yeah.
Okay.
It doesn't make sense.
Okay, well, you can go ahead and call Mr. and Mrs. Pixar and discuss this with them.
Excuse me, John. You fucked up. Me and Dana we have a bone to pick with you.
Should we?
Me and Dana does it.
We'll link the TikTok.
Okay. I have it saved.
The TikTok is in the show notes,
okay,
guys.
I have it saved. so I could go back and find
you
it.
You guys can personally message Kat on her Instagram and get it from her.
Okay, perfect. Follow me on TikTok too, please.
Well, on that note, ladies and gentlemen, this week we have a Lampy original trademark, which is a Pixar film. We love Lampy. Lampy jumps on the eye of the Pixar and wants to be the eye. We open up with Real Gone by Sheryl Crow. Mm-hmm. Cheryl's one of my favorite names in the whole world.
It's just Lightning McQueen talking to himself. He just keeps telling himself, I am speed.
I am lightning.
Oh, yeah.
He's gassing himself up. He's about to go race.
Yeah.
So Lightning's talking to himself, and then he comes out of his trailer, car trailer, not like a star trailer. You know what I mean?
I mean, it's the same.
I thought Lightning McQueen was a Corvette. He kind of is. He's kind of like 10 vehicles rolled into one. Mm-hmm. But when he gets his paint job at the end of the movie, it's like a C1 Corvette. Mm-hmm. So we're going to go ahead and land the Corvette. Okay? Okay, great.
And some of his sounds were based on the C6.
And if you don't know what the fuck we're talking about, I wish I was you.
Same. I really genuinely wish I didn't know what the frick we were talking about too. I hate that I know.
He's like a mix between a C1, a C6, a Viper, and then like a bunch of
like a Dodge
race
Charger
cars
and a bunch of NASCARs.
Also, the Cars riding is like Corvette riding, like the OG Corvette riding.
Mm-hmm.
So we're at the Piston Cup. The top choices for winner are going to be Lightning McQueen, the rookie, of course. Dynaco's champ, which is Strip the King Weathers. He just goes by the King.
Mm-hmm.
And that's Richard, voiced by Richard Petty.
Mm-hmm.
He's the title holder, so he is probably going to win this race too.
This is also his last race. He's retiring after this.
He's 148, probably. I don't know.
Do you want me to go find his age?
Kat knows about all the car years, so she can fucking tell you. And then we have Chick Hicks, which I'm going to say that one time and I'm never going to try to say again.
Yeah.
And that is Michael Keaton does his voice.
What an angel.
An angel. And he always comes in second, unfortunately.
Yeah, he's always the runner-up.
He's always behind the king. Of course, Lightning McQueen is voiced by the one and only Owen Wilson.
I just see his face this whole damn movie.
I love him so much.
I just literally see his face.
What a chicken nugget. So during the race, some cars crash and cause a scene. I don't know how it happened, but does that happen?
Okay, wait. Yes. During the race, Chick causes a bunch of cars.
That checks out.
Yeah, to pile up because he's really mad that McQueen is catching up to them. So McQueen gets stuck behind the pile up and ends up racing through all of it and catching up to them.
Did you know I physically couldn't even watch this fake NASCAR race? Like, I couldn't.
Yeah, it's not good. It's not good.
I'm sorry if you like NASCAR. I'm sure it's great. I just don't.
I find it very boring.
I'm sure it's lovely. And apparently you see a lot of people flash people. So seems like
a bunch of titties.
time.
I'm there.
Sounds like I'm sure they serve beer. I'm into it.
Yeah,
I'd go.
Probably.
But it's really loud too.
I bet you they have Bud Light.
Lightning drives through the wreckage and there's like a lot of broken cars. Does that really happen? Do cars break like that in NASCAR? Maybe we'll go to a NASCAR thing.
No.
Daytona's pretty close.
No. I'm good.
So McQueen passes the pit because he's a diva and he doesn't think he needs his crew for whatever reason. And then they like restart the race.
Yeah, I guess at one point they like let them all go in
Because
to the
of
pit.
because of the crash? I don't understand the race.
I don't either. All I know is that Lightning McQueen only gets gas. He doesn't get new tires.
How do they start over? They just start over?
Yeah, it's like whenever they come in from the pit, they have to like line back up.
Okay,
and kind
they
of start
over. The race they do again.
But like the lap is still whatever lap it was. They just like start from that lap, I guess.
Okay.
Can you tell we like NASCAR?
I love NASCAR.
We love cars. But yeah, so everyone thinks it's a big deal that Lightning McQueen just keeps getting gas when he goes into the pit and not new tires. And on the very last lap, he is in first place and he blows a tire. And then he blows a second tire because he never got new tires. And obviously they wear down, especially going that fast. He is almost to the finish line and he's literally walking his way over to the finish line. And both the King and Chick are very close behind. As he makes it to the finish line, the King and Chick both make it there as well. So they have to review the tapes to see who won. And it's a 3-way freaking tie because Lightning stuck his tongue out. I don't think that counts, but I guess it does. And they all literally hit the finish line at the exact same time.
So they announce that all three of them have won, but they're going to have to do a tiebreaker race in California in about a week. So they got a week to get to California. I feel bad for whoever had to set that up real quick.
Yeah, but also
those poor events people.
Where are they coming from? Are we making the assumption that they're coming from like Daytona?
I don't care. Sure. They had to drive cross country. So
Yeah.
Florida to California sounds right. I don't know where other speedway race tracks are. I don't know where they are.
I just know the Daytona 500.
Exactly. I don't know where they are.
So we're under that assumption. Okay.
So Lightning McQueen is talking to the press and he's being a jerk to his crew. So his crew quits. So that's really great. He doesn't have a pit crew now.
Amazing.
And Chick is trolling Lightning McQueen in front of the press. And Lightning McQueen calls him Thunder because Thunder always comes after Lightning.
Ka-chow.
That's like my favorite.
It's
thing.
pretty good.
He freaking roasted his ass.
He sure did.
That's a good burn.
On national television.
He got.
He got got.
So Lightning has to go to his sponsor tent for a little sponsor party, and he really doesn't want to because his sponsor is Rusty's, and Rusty's is like bumper ointment, and he's not very proud of his sponsor.
Yeah, he like makes fun of all the rusty cars.
He's
It's
not
really
nice.
sad.
They're a bunch of old, rusty, dusty cars, and he's mean to them. And then the owners of Rusty's are Click and Clack.
Yeah.
So that's where they come in. They're very cute. Love them.
Lightning does his little sponsorship spot and then backs into his trailer, and he's like, we're gonna dip and we're gonna drive straight through to California. No stops. We need to make it there first, because whoever gets there first between him and Chick will get to talk to Dinoco and try and get that sponsorship now that the king is retiring.
This is when Life is a Highway plays.
Bow, 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 bow. It's a bop.
Oh my God, was that a guitar?
That was really good. I practiced. Thank you.
Crazy. Kat and I were twerking to this song. Okay.
Yeah, before the movie even started, we were twerking to it.
So Life is a Highway plays. Mac, who is Lightning's truck, is pulling him in his trailer. He has a really nice trailer.
He really does.
It's got some cool like LED lighting inside and whatnot.
Like a massager.
It's pretty sweet in
I guess
there.
it's a wax.
A waxer.
Yeah.
It's great.
All that.
Lightning is in the trailer and he gets a call from his agent asking who he should put on the list for the race. He's like, what are your friends' names for the race? And Lightning's like, I don't have any friends.
What a sad life.
And then his agent is like, we should meet up while you're in California or whatever. And Lightning's like, okay, yeah, let's hang out. And he's like, okay, bye. He doesn't actually want to hang out with him.
Gasses him up and then shuts him down immediately.
Even his agent doesn't want to hang out with him.
He's kind of a dick.
Yeah, he's very full of himself.
Villain origin story.
He's not a villain. Stop trying to turn Lightning McQueen into a villain.
Him and Woody are fighting for
Leave
that top
Woody
spot.
out of this. You leave Woody out of this. So Lightning won't let Max sleep. He's like, nope, drive all the way to California, please, which is like really far. And that's pretty disrespectful because Mac needs to go night-night. And some rude freaking cars. Mac is like falling asleep on the road in these
like street cars, like street racers.
Street racers. There's probably like a Honda Civic and what are the other ones?
They're always Volkswagens.
What's the Nissan one? Oh yeah.
They're always Volkswagens.
Or like a Volvo.
Yeah.
Those cars that people like turn into street race cars.
Do they still call it tricking them out or
Do
no?
we sound dumb?
Can you tell me everything about cars?
So the cars are messing with Mac and he kind of drives off the road a little bit and he's bumping around on the side of the road.
What are those called? I call them sleep bumps.
They like are supposed to wake you up, if you're driving off the road.
Yeah.
That's literally their purpose.
Yeah.
Anyway, so it's shaking the trailer and it ends up knocking one of Lightning McQueen's toys of himself onto the lever that opens up the back of the car. The back of the trailer opens and Lightning slides right out of the back of the trailer and he's on the road and he almost gets hit like 20 times and then he wakes up and then he drives off the road and then he can't find Mac and then he's looking for Mac and then he follows a trailer that he thinks is Mac. It's not Mac. It's like some dumpy ass
batteries.
Yeah.
It's like spray painted.
And now he's out in the middle of nowhere and he's trying to get back to the interstate and he's driving really fast because he's a sports car. And
he also doesn't have headlights. They're literally fucking stickers.
Correct. It's very dark. And the police, the popo, are there behind a sign and they start to give chase because Lightning was speeding.
Obviously.
And he doesn't have his headlights on.
Because he doesn't have any.
Same Lightning.
Melissa's definitely been there a couple times.
Turn your headlights on, folks. And then as the cop car is chasing Lightning, his car is backfiring. I guess it's not his car. He is backfiring.
Yeah.
He is the car.
Yeah.
He is backfiring and Lightning thinks he's being shot at. So he starts driving faster and then he pulls into this town and he hits a fence and he's dragging the fence and then he knocks over some tires and then he hits some flowers and then he hits a statue in the center of town and he starts dragging the statue and the statue tears up the road. So he ruined the road and then the whole town is like staring at him and the sheriff comes over and is like, you're in for it, boy. And Lightning's like, oops, I just destroyed a town.
That was so good.
That was a synopsis of Lightning McQueen making it to Radiator Springs. Thank you so much.
You didn't even take a breath there. So then they show Mac arriving in California, and Lightning McQueen is not in the trailer.
Oh no.
He's missing. They put out like a freaking APB for him. They're like, our racer is gone. He's missing. So cutscene to Lightning waking up, and he has a boot on.
Good.
He's in the impound lot.
He's in the clink.
He sure is. And he starts talking to this rusty little tow truck who is personally one of my favorite Disney characters ever. I love him. I think he's so cute. It's Mater, which is Tomater without the tuh. He's so cute.
Mater is the cutest thing on earth.
He really is not even just comedic relief of this movie. He is just the best part of this movie, period. He's the best.
He's the real hero, right, Kat?
Yes. He is the hero to Lightning McQueen being the villain.
I hate you.
And then so Lightning just expects everyone to know who he is because he thinks he's super freaking famous. And he doesn't tell Mater his name. And Mater thinks his name is Mater too. And it's so cute. It literally makes me cry because he's just so dumb.
That's my favorite part.
It's so funny.
When he's like, we'll talk later, Mater. It also calls him Mater.
It's so cute.
And it's pretty cute.
So then the sheriff arrives to take Lightning to his hearing in the town.
It's called traffic court.
Traffic court, okay. And
it's always traffic court.
right, I guess,
It's
yeah.
never anything but traffic court.
Wait, you're right. Even if it's like an assault.
Traffic court.
It's still traffic court.
Always traffic court.
Oh my God. I'm leaving. I hate that. Traffic court is the worst too. Melissa would know.
Oh my God. Yup. Sure would.
She's been there a time or seven.
A couple.
So they start the hearing, and Doc Hudson is the judge. And he looks at Lightning, and he immediately is like, nope, I don't care what you did. I just want you to leave this town. Leave. Goodbye. So a blue Porsche rolls into the courtroom, and Lightning thinks that she works for his attorney. But she actually works for the town, and she gets everyone to agree that Lightning needs to stay and fix the road, even though Doc really wants Lightning to just leave and never come back. But she gets everyone all riled up, and so Doc is kind of screwed. He's like, all right, I guess everyone else thinks that he should fix the road, so now he has to stay and fix the road. So he is sentenced to community service until the road is completely repaired.
It's Portia.
Whatever. Don't care. Couldn't care less. Truly.
So Lightning has to pull Bessie to fix the road, and Bessie is a giant cement trailer truck attachment.
Yeah.
Thing. Anyway, so he has to pull Bessie behind him to fix the road. Also, he would not be able to pull that thing. That's not very realistic. Lightning McQueen cannot, he is a race car. He cannot tow anything. That would rip his bumper off.
Yeah.
Thank you for coming to my TED Talk.
We act like we don't know anything about cars, but unfortunately we know too much about cars.
So as soon as Mater takes the boot off Lightning McQueen to put Bessie on him, he drives off. He takes off, but then he runs out of gas because they obviously siphoned all the gas out of him while he was in the tow yard. I mean, they're not stupid. So they take Lightning back to town and they hook him up to Bessie. Lightning overhears Chick on the radio talking about how he's already in California and he's smoozing with all of the Dynaco people. Lightning paves the road as quickly as he can, and he does a really bad job, and it looks like crap. Doc challenges Lightning to a race around Willie's Butte and back, and he says, if you win, you can go. And if I win, you pave the road correctly.
So at the race, Luigi is super pumped because he gets to be what is that called when they wave the flag? I don't know. He gets to wave the flag.
Stop asking me questions to things I don't know the answers to.
Luigi's
the
just
flag
excited.
waver.
He gets to wave the flag to tell them to go.
Luigi owns the tire shop in town, and he's obsessed with Ferraris.
He sure is. Yeah, they're Italian. So he is super pumped that he gets to wave the flag to tell him to go. So he does so, and Lightning zips off.
The go flag waver.
Yeah, that guy. Woo! And Doc just sits there. He doesn't move. And Lightning is like, what's up? I'm going to win. He didn't even start. So he goes around the butte, and then there's a turn that he has to make. and he overshoots it and he goes flying off the side of a canyon and lands in a bunch of cacti. And Doc knew that was going to happen because he knew he was going to overshoot his shot there and tells Mater to pull him out. And guess what? Doc won because he didn't overshoot his shot.
So Lightning has to strip the bad paving job that he did, and he has to do the job correctly now. So again, they attach a tool to Lightning McQueen that he could not possibly use in real life.
Absolutely not.
To break up the freshly poured cement and fix the road. At the end of the day, when Lightning is done paving the road, he's still trying to make the turn on Willie's Butte. He cannot get over the fact that he can't make the turn. And Doc tells Lightning how to make the turn. Lightning tells Doc to mind his own business.
Yeah, he's such an asshole to him.
No, he's so sweet. Sweet angel baby.
Yeah, right.
So Lightning is finishing the road the next day, and Sally, the Porsche, asks Lightning if he wants to stay at the Cozy Cone instead of, staying at the impound because the impound's gross and the Cozy Cone is empty because nobody goes to Radiator Springs anymore.
Yeah, everyone's being really nice to him because he is repaving the road, and it does look way nicer than it's looked in a lot of years. So everyone in the town is just being super nice to him.
So as Sally is driving back to the Cozy Cone, Lightning McQueen notices that Sally has a sick fucking tribal tramp stamp on her bumper.
She do be having a tramp stamp.
It's so good.
He literally calls her out on it too. He's like, what's that racing stripe you got on your back there?
Sally got a whole tribal tramp stamp.
We've all been there. Actually, no.
No, we haven't. I had a boss. She was so cool. I love her. I hope she doesn't listen to this podcast. And she had a tribal tramp stamp. And when I saw that, I didn't really like her when I first met her. And then I saw that and I was like a queen, an icon, a legend.
It's the tribal tramp stamp for me.
It was the tribal tramp stamp for me. I love that bitch. Hey, Kat.
Hey, Mel.
Do you like mouse pom-pom earrings?
Yeah, I do. Do you like mouse ear bucket hats?
Yes. And do you like theme park inspired clothing?
Of course I do. And that's why we shop at Shop Sunshine Seekers.
Head over to Shop Sunshine Seekers and check out their sweet accessories, clothing, and more.
How about those mouse ear Sherpa bucket hats for the winter?
It's the mouse ear dad hats for me.
Make sure to use code Tragical for 10% off at checkout.
That's 10% off on Shop Sunshine Seekers with code Tragical.
Linked in the show notes.
Happy shopping, Sunshine.
So Mater is now in charge of Lightning for that evening, and Mater wants to take Lightning tractor tipping, which is essentially cow tipping with tractors. I don't even understand cow tipping. How do you even tip a cow?
You push it the fuck over. Yes.
That's fucking awful. People are horrible. What the heck? They just push cows over? Wait, really? Is that really what it is? They just push them over? They just shove cows like that?
Cow tipping is the purported activity of sneaking up on any unsuspecting or sleeping upright cow and pushing it over for entertainment. That's according to Wikipedia.
You're all horrible trash people if you've ever done that.
What did you think it was?
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I know they were shoving cows.
This is worse than the hot dogs.
Moving on.
Cow was today years old.
I didn't know.
What did you think cow tipping meant?
I didn't know we were fucking bodying cows. I didn't know. I'm very upset right now.
Okay, pull it together.
Moving on. So they go to shove some tractors. Rude as hell. And Mater tells Lightning he just has to be careful of Frank. So Mater tips two tractors and then tells Lightning that it's his turn. And Lightning doesn't have a horn, which is how Mater was tipping the tractors. So he revs his engine and knocks over approximately 50 tractors.
Wow, sick, bro.
Yeah, you're so cool.
Cool, bro. Some big dick energy, Lightning McQueen.
Out here bullying tractors. You guys are so cool.
Sick engine noises, bro.
Yeah, man. So then, of course, because it was very loud, they did, in fact, end up waking up Frank, who is a giant harvester. And Frank gives chase. He's very angry. He gives chase, and Mater and Lightning end up slipping through a part in the fence and going back to town, and Frank does not follow them past the fence. Sally hears them come back into town, and Mater is actually teasing Lightning about Lightning having a crush on Sally, and Lightning is all flustered. He's like, no, I don't know what you're talking about. I don't like her like that. Whatever. I'm just being nice. Whatever. Lightning starts talking about the Piston Cup and why it's so important to him. And Mater's like, oh, that's so cool. You get to fly in helicopters and stuff. Can you take me on a helicopter ride? And Mater's like, yeah, sure, whatever you say. Then Mater tells Lightning that he's his best friend. And then Lightning goes to the cozy cone to go to sleep. And Sally goes over to talk to him. And Sally asks Lightning if he actually meant that he would take Mater on the helicopter ride. And Lightning kind of does the same thing. He's like, yeah, sure, why not? And Sally legit calls Lightning out on him being a gaslighter. She's like, I don't think you mean what you say, but I guess we'll see in the long run if you actually mean any of the things that you're saying to us. And then Lightning does actually thank Sally for letting him stay at the cozy cone instead of the impound. And it's an actual genuine thanks. And she's a little surprised by the fact that he actually meant it. And then they say goodnight.
So the next day, Lightning goes to get his gas for the day from Doc, and he sees that Doc's garage is open. So he goes inside and he realizes that Doc is actually the Hudson Hornet, a famous race car from the 50s. Doc comes over and is like, can you read? The sign says do not enter. Lightning is like, oh my gosh, you're the Hudson Hornet. It's so nice to meet you. Teach me all your tricks. Tell me what to do. And Doc is like, I already tried and you didn't listen to me and you told me to mind my own business. So not going to do that anymore, son. So before Lightning starts his paving for the day, Sally's like, oh, let's take a drive. And okay, Lightning doesn't seem like he really wants to finish this road too much anymore because he goes along with Sally. So on Sally and Lightning McQueen's drive, Sally tells Lightning about her past life as a big time lawyer, of course, and how she ran away one day and she found Radiator Springs right here off Route 66. She wants to stay there forever because it's so beautiful. And then they drive by a beautiful waterfall and they see like an old
A rest stop. It was like a gas station motel.
She talks about how they put the interstate there and now nobody ever goes into Radiator Springs anymore. And she wants to bring the town back to life because it only takes 10 minutes longer to go through Radiator Springs and it's so beautiful and all those nice people live there.
Now, this is my question. Do they have like currency? You know what I mean?
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Don't know why you ask me these things.
I'm just curious.
I'm sure they do.
Do they have to pay for their gas?
I don't know. Yeah, that's not like they can like carry money or anything.
Yeah.
I don't know. I hate you. I hate you so much.
You're welcome.
Anyway, Sally and Lightning McQueen return to Radiator Springs from their little romantic drive. Basically, all the tractors are driving through town and they're trying to wrangle all the tractors to get them back into their field.
Yeah.
Great. So Lightning McQueen follows one of the tractors that drives down a side road by himself, and Lightning sees Doc, but he's got racing tires on, and he makes the turn at Willie's Butte. So Lightning goes up to him and is asking him about racing, and Doc tells him to fuck off.
Verbatim.
Doc is all butthurt because he doesn't want to talk about racing.
Lightning and Doc end up back at Doc's garage, and Lightning is still asking him questions. And Lightning asks why Doc quit, and Doc is like, I didn't quit. I got in a horrible accident, and by the time I got bandaged up and fixed and was back in the circuit.
Is that what they do to cars? They put Band-Aids on them?
They just stuck a Band-Aid on there. It's a new sticker. It's holding them together. And he said that everyone was calling him old news and he was like history. He wasn't popular or the new rookie anymore. So no one cared about him. So he
already won 3 Piston Cups. I think he's being a little selfish.
But like, I get what he's saying. Like, once something new and amazing shows up, you know? It's
Right.
just kind
It's
of
time
like,
to retire because no one fucking cares about you anymore.
okay.
Sweetheart. Move on.
So he did move on. He drove down Route 66 and
Became a
ended
doctor.
up in Radiator Springs. He became a freaking car doctor.
Is a car doctor just a mechanic?
Yeah.
So there's no mechanics in this world. There's
no
just
humans.
car doctors.
Yeah. Yeah, there's no humans. So he is the doctor. He's a
I hate
mechanic.
cars now. I'm turning on this movie quickly. Oh, man.
So at the end of their conversation, Doc pretty much tells Lightning, finish the road and get the fuck out. I'm tired of looking at you. I'm tired of you talking about racing. I'm tired of you digging up my past and my history. I just want you gone. Finish it and go. So Lightning does exactly that. He finishes the road overnight and everyone's really excited until they realize that Lightning left and everyone's really sad. And Red's crying and Sally is upset and Mater starts crying and then Lightning pulls up and he's like, why are you crying? And Mater says, because you left and everyone's depressed. And then everyone realizes that Lightning didn't leave. He's still there.
So Lightning decides to help the town out. So he gets new tires at Luigi's. He gets a paint job at Ramon's. And he gets gas from Fillmore, who's like a hippie van. And he has, what is it? What does he call it? Organic gasoline.
Yeah.
Okay, great. Probably don't put that in your race car engine, Lightning, but okay.
But then here's my question. They're all just excited to work and they're not like, are they getting currency from this? Like he's not paying them.
You have to stop.
But then he literally says at one point, Luigi says, buy 3 tires, get 1 free. But is he buying them?
I don't know.
With what currency?
I don't know.
I need to know.
Okay. I don't think you
John?
ever will.
John,
Miss Pixar?
I need to know.
Madame Pixar? Lightning surprises Sally that night with his fancy new tires and his paint job. And he also fixed all the neon lighting for the town.
It's my favorite part of this whole movie.
It's so cute. They play Shaboom by the Chords. Life could be a dream.
If you've never been to Cars Land at Disneyland California Adventure, at sunset, they literally light up all the neon lights in Cars Land and play that song. And it literally
cute.
makes me so happy.
It's beautiful.
It's so cute.
And then all the cars are dancing, driving.
They call it cruising.
Cruising. Okay, great.
Cruising.
All
They're
the
gonna
cars
cruise.
are cruising with each other. And Sally and Lightning are doing a snuggle. Like, is that all the way with a car? Like, what?
Yeah, they just touched cheeks, bumpers.
They just hit like faces. Yeah. Is that Endgame? I want to know.
I can't ask about their currency, but you can ask about car
About their
sex.
sex life. Yeah. Yeah. Those are the questions I have.
Also, they were in public. Were they just like fornicating in public? Is that what you think? Where's the sheriff? Is that public indecency? Like,
they're always
he
naked.
took his stickers
it doesn't
off.
matter. How can you be indecent as a car?
Are they all just naked?
They're all naked.
Oh,
yeah.
no.
Their paint job is like their clothing. We're going to move on. Please. So the press finds Lightning and they're taking photos of him, and Mac comes and drives up and is like, Lightning, we got to get you to California. And Lightning is super confused. He's like, how did all these press cars find me here in Radiator Springs? And it's because Doc called the press on him.
Mm-hmm.
So Lightning gets loaded up into Mac and they're headed to California, and Lightning has to say goodbye to all his friends in Radiator Springs, and he's like, you guys are the best thing that's ever happened to me.
Yeah.
And they're
Sally-
like, bye bitch, see you, thanks for the road.
No, they're all really sad.
Yeah, they are really sad.
And Sally realizes that Doc is the one that called the media, and she is pissed. She is not happy.
What was he gonna do, just not go to the race?
Yeah, I think that was his plan.
Oh.
I think that was where he was at.
Okay. So it's race day, y'all.
Woo-woo!
And I got real Florida there. Sorry.
Sorry about it.
And Lightning is feeling really down because he has to race and he doesn't want to.
He also doesn't have a pit crew or a pit boss. He literally just has
pit
Mac.
A crew chief.
Crew chief, what the fuck ever.
A pit boss.
It's all the same shit.
We're so
Fuck off, mate.
We're so educated. Oh my God. Okay.
Anyway, so while Lightning is gearing up for the race, he keeps getting distracted thinking about Radiator Springs and the town folks and Sally and
Mostly Sally.
mostly Sally and her, tribal bumper sticker.
Tramp stamp.
And while he's racing, he just can't get his head in the game. And he's very, very close to quitting and just being like, whatever, my head isn't in this. I'm not doing this. Dog comes over his headset. He doesn't really have a headset.
Yeah.
Dog is wearing a headset though. His internal brain.
His internal headset.
Oh, he's just in his brain.
The way Kat just
Holy-
grabbed her brain.
I don't like that. So Dog is talking into Lightning's noodle, and he's like, "Hey, the whole town is here for you."
Does he have a brain?
Remember when we talked that when we were talking about how we were gonna do this movie? There's photos I've saved, unfortunately, on my phone.
We'll post it on Instagram.
Okay, they're scary.
There's not a person inside there.
There is a photo that someone drew of if people became the cars, and that's what it is.
Oh man,
it's not good.
We'll post it. It's scary.
Anyway,
It's pretty scary.
It's spooky. But so Doc is now his new
pit boss.
I was gonna try and say it right.
Crew chief.
His crew chief. And Luigi and Guido are going to be his pit crew. So during the race, Chick Hicks hits Lightning and spins him out. And Lightning ends up driving backwards like his BFF Mater taught him how to do. And he gets into second place. And Chick gets really pissed off because he doesn't want to lose this, especially not in third place. So he knocks into Lightning, and Lightning ends up blowing a tire. So Lightning has to go into the pit for new tires. And Guido is by himself. Normally you have 4 of those little pit guys, 1 for each tire. And Guido does it so fast that everyone blinks, and Lightning has 4 new tires on. Amazing. Look at him go.
Guido's number 1.
It's what he's always wanted to do, and he's so pumped.
He's so cute.
So Lightning gets back out, and I don't know. This is the thing with the yellow flag again. He ends up in front of the car. I don't know what that means, but I guess it's a good thing because he's in front of the pace car. So he's like a lap ahead. Is that what it is?
No.
I don't know either. So Lightning is in the front, and he gets knocked out by Hicks, of course, again, because Hicks is a freaking asshole. And Lightning ends up back into the race because he follows Doc's advice that he gave him in Willie's Butte and ends up towards the front listening to Doc's advice. Hicks is pissed that he's now in third place again, and the King is in second. So Hicks knocks the King out, and the King flips over a bunch of times and ends up in a bedraggled heap in the middle of the dirt in the middle of the field.
The field.
What else?
I don't
in
know.
the middle. It's grass. It's a field. So Lightning is in first place, and he is almost across the finish line, and he sees the King knocked out in the center. He stops legit right before the finish line and goes to help the King, helps push the King towards the finish line while Hicks finishes in first, and no one's cheering for Hicks because he's an ass. He literally just made a fan favorite pretty much almost die.
That's also his job though, but okay. He's just doing what he's supposed to.
I
He's
mean,
trying to win the race, which is the point of the race, is to win the race.
Yeah, but there's playing dirty. It's not always the best way to win things. And he does also want to be loved. Obviously, he wants the attention and everything. And he's not going to get the attention now. But so then Lightning pushes the King across. So the King comes in second place and Lightning comes in third.
3rd out of 3, baby.
Yeah.
So Chick gets booed because nobody cares that he won. They basically throw the piston cup at him, and then they shoot confetti into his side.
It's really funny.
And he's like, ouch, that hurt. Do you think they feel? Anyway, we're moving on.
They're sentient beings.
No. Lightning McQueen keeps Rusty's as a sponsor, even though Dinoco asks him to be their new racer now that the King is retired.
But he does convince Dinoco to give Mater a ride in the helicopter.
Yay, Mater gets his heli ride.
Yay!
So Lightning McQueen sets up his headquarters in Radiator Springs, and people start to drive through now that they know about it.
Mm-hmm.
And Lightning and Sally live happily ever after, and it's so great.
It's so cute.
I love it.
And the end.
The end.
Woo.
Life is a highway, and I'm gonna ride it all night long. Would you like to go first, Kat?
Sure.
Give it to me.
So I gave Cars a 10 out of 10.
No.
Yeah,
Okay.
I did. I really like this movie. So I put it underneath Teen Beach Movie, but it's above Onward.
Okay.
So it sits at
above Onward. Oh, okay.
So it sits at number 20 for me.
Wow. I gave Cars an 8 out of 10.
Ooh.
I love this movie, but a little too many cars for me. No, I'm just kidding. It's a good movie. It's not one of my
Premise of the show.
It's not it's just not one of my favorites. It's really good though. I do like it. I put it below Emperor's New Groove, but above Ratatouille.
Ooh.
You know, I do like that rat boy. It is my number 21, so pretty close to yours at number 20.
Look at that.
That's
I love
crazy.
that.
I love how my 8s are in the 20s though, and your 10s are in the 20s.
Yeah.
That checks out.
I just have a lot of feelings.
You really do.
I truly do. Remember when I cried over cows earlier?
Yeah, I was there. You ready to guess?
Yeah.
Okay. Our next movie has lots of animals in it.
Okay.
It was released in the 70s. It is based off a legendary tale, and there's many adaptions to this movie.
Oh, God.
There is a rooster.
Robin
involved.
Hood?
Yes.
This is one of my favorite movies. I love this movie so much. It's stupid.
I love Robin Hood. I'm so excited. I thought I'd throw it back.
I have a sweatshirt that says Oodalali, and I wear it all the time.
Oh, man. What a good one.
I'm pumped.
Well, that was a good recording, seeing as we haven't recorded in like a month.
Yeah, we did good. Woo!
We're coming up on our 50th episode too, guys.
We are.
We're
Isn't
so
that
close.
crazy?
We're going to let you guys pick it. So we're going to do a poll on Instagram. So keep an eye out for that.
Yeah.
Listeners, sweet, sweet listeners.
We love you guys.
Thank you so much. Thanks for listening. You guys are the best. Bye-bye.
Bye.
These opinions are our own and are in no way associated with the film or the film's production company.
The cover art for Tragical was created by Johnny the Alchemist.
The theme song for Tragical was produced by Jahreezy,
Contact info for both artists can be found on their Instagrams.
which are linked in the show notes.
Thanks for listening.
To Tragical.
The Rusty's brothers are played by real-life brothers Tom Maglizzoni and I said that wrong. Hold on. It's like
Don't upset the Italians, Kat.
I know. I don't want to fuck that up. Yeah.
That's, I don't know.
Literally went.
I would get really annoyed really fast. Anyway.
Tragical.